What's the time in the laptop? What is the time in the laptop? We're just 1 minute to go. इसको बंद करो. So it's dot 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, and we are again with you, our dear viewers, our dear friends, with one more expert talk. Before I begin with all that and introduce you to our expert today, Skilliv Academy wishes all its standard 10th and 12th achievers a lot of congratulations and best wishes. And for us, achievers is not only those who secure 90 plus and so marks. For us, everybody who had put in the effort, who had, stayed awake at nights, stretched themselves, and tried hard to understand, to learn, they all are achievers for us. So we wish to congratulate every achiever who came out with flying colors. And for us, everything is a flying color because you could be good with something or the other, and that we are for very sure of. Well, you know that this initiative of Skilliv, which is a step beyond, is always about bringing somebody to you who is able to add value, because there is so much in life happening and we always need some or the other kind of support. And coming back to 10th and 12th, although I really wish this wasn't true, but I am sure a lot of you would have passed this phase of stress wherein waiting for the result. How was it? So it may not be very, very obvious for a couple of you, would be a little subtle for a couple of you, but waiting for the result definitely would have brought you some stress, some anxiety. And now, especially for the class 12th students, pass out students, what next? That becomes a big question. Everybody asking, what next? What are you going to do? Science लोगे बेटा, commerce लोगे, arts लोगे, क्या कर रहे हो? आगे क्या pursue करना है? Engineering देना है, medical करना है, graduation करना है, किस चीज की तैयारी करोगे? And all such questions. Does that not mean more anxiety and stress? Oh my God. Looking at that and really being aware of what we all go through throughout our day, we have got an expert with us, Ms. Chitra Lakhera, who is going to support us with tricks and techniques to increase concentration. And she comes with a wonderful understanding of concentration. She says, until your anxiety and stress level hasn't reduced, you cannot concentrate. All concentration is superficial. So you might try hard, but your productivity, your efficiency, your effectiveness is going to be low. And that's a beautiful theory. And then she put me to thought कि ये क्या होता है. हम concentration की, focus की तो बहुत बातें करते हैं. हर समय हर माँ बाप, हर टीचर बच्चे से कह रहा होता है, बेटा concentrate, बेटा focus. पर क्या वो concentration और focus हम लेके आ पाते हैं, दिखा पाते हैं? हम खुद से कहीं पर लड़ाई भी कर रहे होते हैं क्योंकि हम concentrate नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. जो कि और एंजाइटी और स्ट्रेस बिल्ड करता है. So not taking much of the time, I would love to welcome Miss Chitra Lakhera, and she is a certified trainer from the Yoga Institute, and she practices Iyengar Yoga. She has more than 7 years of experience in yoga, and she is very, very regular. She says, मैं योगा नहीं करूंगी तो पता नहीं मैं क्या करूंगी, because she says yoga is not about bending the body unnecessarily. It is not about that, and that's a very new perspective about it. But then we are more concerned about stress, anxiety, and concentration. So I would also love to tell you that she is a certified trainer. I think somebody is not muted. I request everybody else to go muted, please. Nidhi, I request you to. Yes. So Chitra is a certified trainer from the Yoga Institute. She practices Iyengar Yoga. She has 7+ years of experience. She is also a behavioral trainer and a soft skill trainer. And I think a lot of that she practices, she is able to relate, and she is hence able to bring in more effectiveness in what she does. She's a certified trainer from ISTD, which is Indian Society of Training and Development, New Delhi. And she has been conducting sessions on yoga and soft skills in universities, schools, colleges, and NGOs, which means she is quite well versed with the community that we are always associating ourselves with. The students whom we think and we know are the future of the country, the schools who are paying so much of attention and doing so much of mehnat to really bring the bright students up, supporting every student wherever they are, colleges, universities, etc. So she's quite well versed with the psychology that we all go through. Chitra, I welcome you on the show. And now I'm stopping my screen share so that everybody can see you. Chitra, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. You're very, very audible.
Okay. Thank you so much for such a hearty and warm welcome. For that much
Well,
of appreciation. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Richa.
Thank you so much. So, Chitra, I am quite blown off with your understanding of, what anxiety, concentration, etc. is. And so I'm sure our viewers also would be having a lot of questions regarding that. Before we really start with our session, I would like to request and invite viewers to write their questions in the box wherever they would be viewing us. And we will try to take up as many questions as possible because Chitra is here. So let's use the best of her time. So Nidhi is supporting us throughout this journey. So she brings us all the questions and we are able to take up and address all that. So not wasting any more time, I want to understand from you, how should one define anxiety, stress, and concentration?
See, Richa, if we just start with the stress, which is something which is very common in our day-to-day life, right from morning till late in the evening, we are busy with this term called stress. So stress is nothing. It is like a response to our daily pressures. And it could be different for everyone. Everyone has got a different level of pressures in their life. Correct. So it varies from individual to individual. So what might stress me, it might not bother you at all, or vice versa, right? So we have a negative stress and we have a positive stress.
Okay.
Right? And positive stress is a healthy stress. It is absolutely normal, like a normal stress. Like before appearing for your examination, like before appearing for your interview, your stage presence, your speech somewhere, your first day in school, your first day in college. It's full of stress and it's healthy also because it gives you a boost somewhere, right? It keeps you grounded. So it's a healthy stress. But then you need to check if your stress is giving a toll on your health and you are coming up with the symptoms like lack of concentration or you are unable to sleep, something that is affecting your health. That is a negative stress. And we need to deal with stress, right?
Right.
And if we just look at anxiety, anxiety is mind and body's reaction towards a stressful or unknown situation. Right?
Okay.
So normally, if you just look at anxiety, it is the excessive and persistent worry that doesn't go away easily. Even if the stresses go out of your life, anxiety takes a longer time to stress to settle down. Because if you just see, anxiety is the neglected or a chronic form of a stress. The more you neglect your stress, it can take the form of anxiety there.
Okay.
And the entirely contrast to stress and anxiety, we have concentration. Because concentration is the ability of the mind to focus on any particular object, subject, right? And you don't have to deviate from that particular subject, object, thought, idea. You need a higher level of concentration. You need a higher level of alertness, attentiveness, focus.
Right.
It is a higher thing to understand. And you can never be able to concentrate on something till the time your mind is occupied with some portion of stress and anxiety. That is the criteria here.
So जो इसका निष्कर्ष है चित्रा वो ये है कि पहले स्ट्रेस होता है फिर वो एंजाइटी को जन्म देता है क्योंकि या ये कह सकते हैं कि एंजाइटी इज अ मोर प्रोनाउंस्ड फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रेस और फिर उसके बाद जो हम एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं उसको हम कहते हैं लैक ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन लैक ऑफ फोकस
एग्जैक्टली
राइट टू से
राइट
ग्रेट चित्रा इसके अर्ली सिम्टम्स क्या हो सकते हैं हमें कैसे पता चले कि हम इस स्ट्रेस में हैं वो एंजाइटी हमें हो रही है और जैसा आपने कहा कि एक अच्छा स्ट्रेस है और एक बुरा स्ट्रेस है देयर इज अ स्ट्रेस व्हिच इज नेगेटिव जो कि हमारी एनर्जी शायद ले लेता है पुल आउट कर लेता है और एक स्ट्रेस है जो हमें बूस्ट देता है जैसा आपने कहा तो हमें ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि हम उस स्ट्रेस से गुजर रहे हैं जो हमें बूस्ट नहीं दे रहा है हमारी एनर्जी ले रहा है कैन यू गिव अस सम symptoms, early symptoms, so that we know, okay, it's time to act.
Yes. See, normally when you are in a stressful situation or you're going through an anxiety phase, you start breathing too fast. It's a one of the common and the prominent symptom that we all go through with. So when you start breathing too fast, what happens? You take in oxygen and correspondingly you have a decrease in the level of carbon dioxide in your bloodstream. Which actually create an imbalance, a pH imbalance in your bloodstream. Like the acid and alkaline balance get disturbed. And when you start getting symptoms in your body, like it could be sweating in your palm, it could be trembling, shaking, nervousness, it could be headache, it could be a lack of concentration. Either you are eating too much or eating too little. You feel like nausea. Right, you have a low energy. You do not feel like talking to people. You prefer to be lonely at times. So these all are the symptoms which actually comes out in your body. And you need to register, you need to observe that if you find anybody having these kind of symptoms, then you need to help out that person. You need to talk to that person. These are the early signs that comes up. Right?
Okay. थैंक यू सो मच सो वी नीड टू बी कॉशियस ऑफ कि हमारे हाथ बहुत स्वेटी हो रहे हैं हम एंग्शियस फील कर रहे हैं या नहीं नर्वसनेस कैसा है कॉन्फिडेंस कैसा है हम एंग्शियस हैं या हम थोड़े से एक्साइटेड हैं अगर एक्साइटेड होंगे तो शायद वो पॉजिटिव वाला स्ट्रेस है और अगर हम एंग्शियस हैं तो डेफिनेटली ये एक नेगेटिव स्ट्रेस है और ओवरऑल हमें कैसा लग रहा है हम अकेले रहना ज्यादा प्रेफर कर रहे हैं या हम दोस्तों के साथ सबके साथ कंफर्टेबल है हाउ इज इट So this helps us to understand, okay, stress has already started to happen. We better act. Wonderful. अगर हम इग्नोर करते हैं इसको हम इन पर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं जो कि अक्सर होता है मुझे लगता है बहुत हाई लेवल पर जब थोड़े क्रोनिक स्टेज पर हम पहुंचने लगते हैं इट इज देन दैट वी एक्चुअली स्टार्ट एड्रेसिंग कि यार मैं तो बहुत स्ट्रेस हूँ मुझे कुछ करना चाहिए कई बार स्ट्रेस के सिम्टम्स बॉडी पर दिख चुके होते हैं हम हेल्थ वाइज अपने कुछ ऑर्गन्स को कई बार डैमेज कर चुके होते हैं हमने स्ट्रेस नोटिस ही नहीं किया हुआ है क्या क्या रिपरकशंस हैं अगर हम इसको इग्नोर करते हैं
if you let your stress or anxiety spiral on for too long then it could have the adverse effect on your physical mental and emotional well-being and you start getting some chronic symptoms right You can get into cardiovascular disease. It might lead you to higher BP. You can have gastrointestinal issues.
Okay.
You can have personality disorder also.
Oh my
You
God.
can have eating disorder also if it gets chronic. You will have weak immunity.
Okay.
You won't be able to focus on anything. You might have skin and hair problem. So there could be any number of issues which can affect your body in a chronic way.
I am hearing all that. I mean, it doesn't sound so good, of course.
Yes.
So now coming to what you do with respect to stress and anxiety and concentration. आप अयंगर योगा प्रैक्टिस करती हैं और आप योगा इंस्टीट्यूट से सर्टिफाइड हैं. So yoga is one word जिसको कि I don't know if I should say it has been abused a lot actually. अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग meaning, and then this also brings in lot of predefined perceptions in our mind. हमारे पास ऑलरेडी एक बिलीफ सिस्टम होता है जो कहता है अच्छा योगा का मतलब होता है अपने शरीर को ऐसे तोड़ना मरोड़ना. बहुत से लोग योगा इज इक्वल टू फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी की बात करते हैं. दैट मींस बॉडी आपका कितना फ्लेक्सिबल है, स्पाइन आपका कितना फ्लेक्सिबल है, एंड सच थिंग्स. व्हाट इज योगा? कैन यू help us understand how yoga is understood when it comes to really being into it?
See, Richa, like a well-cut diamond has many facets, and each facet reflects a different shade of light. In the same way, yoga reflects a different shade of meaning. Everyone has got a different interpretation to look at yoga. Like if you see Hatha Yoga says awakening of Kundalini and advancement to Raj Yoga. They have their different way of looking at yoga. If you listen to Bhagavad Gita says excellence in your work is yoga.
Okay.
Right. And if you listen to Vedanta, then Vedanta says the union of individual soul to the universal soul is yoga. So there is a different perspective to yoga, and every perspective, because this is coming from the renowned source, reliable source, those who have tried and tested this thing. So everything is correct. But I think one of the most beautiful meaning or the real meaning of yoga is defined in Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Maharishi Patanjali. He says yoga means chitta vritti nirodha. Now chitta is your man. Vritti is the modification or the fluctuations. And nirodha means stoppage. So just look out that beautiful meaning that comes out of it, that it is the stoppage of the fluctuation of mind. That is yoga. Because it is very difficult to control your mind. Half of the time our mind is wandering here and there. It is not focused.
It's not half of the time, 99% of the time.
99% of the time, yes.
Yes.
It is not there. It is not focused. And it is very difficult to train the mind. It is like harnessing the wind. Can you control the air? Can you control the wind? If you find it difficult, it is as difficult as controlling that.
Correct.
So I think that is the most beautiful meaning of yoga, controlling of your mind.
Yeah. So this is bringing me to this understanding कि जो हम योगासनास करते हैं, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. This is possibly a perception that I am coming up with. हम जो योगासना करते हैं वो आसन है, वो योग नहीं है. वो जो योग आप कह रहे हो पतंजलि योग सूत्र के अनुसार कि चित्त वृत्ति निरोधः, इसमें ये सपोर्ट करता है, ये एक सपोर्टिंग सिस्टम है, इसके एक पिलर है. बट एक्चुअली योगा का अर्थ होता है जब हम अपने मन को शांत कर सकें, which means when we are the master of the mind.
Yes. So you are trying to put a stoppage on your mind, fluctuations of mind. Exactly.
Which means we are able to dictate mind. Mind is our servant and we are not its servant. And it's not going to 1,000 directions, and it is streamlined.
Yes, exactly, Richa. Absolutely right.
And I think this is where anxiety, stress, concentration is all together focused.
Yes.
यहाँ पर जब हम योगा की बात करते हैं तो मुझे समझ में आता है कि इसको हम स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी और कंसंट्रेशन के साथ कैसे रिलेट करें, और हम आपसे इसके बारे में और भी ज्यादा पूछने वाले हैं. पर इसके पहले आप हमें ये बताइए चित्रा, योग के साथ बहुत सारे मिथ भी एसोसिएटेड है. हमारी जो मान्यताएं हैं, धारणाएं हैं, not all of them are the positive ones, और उसकी वजह से हम कई बार इनके नजदीक जाने से रह जाते हैं. We don't even go closer to them, we don't even see, we don't even try and check कि मुझे ये करना चाहिए कि नहीं, क्या ये मेरे लिए बेनिफिशियल है या नहीं. So please enlighten us with what are myths regarding yoga that's already flouting around so much.
Well, Richa, there are n number of myths, but I'll just be covering some of the most prominent one out here.
Please.
I think the biggest myth about yoga is only confined to asanas, postures, twisting your body. Generally, people think that asana means yoga. Right. Whereas, just to clarify, asana is just one of the 8 limbs of yoga.
Right.
Yoga has got 8 different limbs. It says yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. These are the 8 limbs. But we try to focus because of our ignorance. We just try to focus only on asana. So it is just one of the aspect of asana. It is not the whole of it. Then second is, people think that you need to be a contortionist, you need to be gymnastic, you need to have that much of flexibility in your body, and then only you can get into yoga. But the reality is contrast to this. If you have a problem of flexibility, you do not have a strength in your body, you have an ailment, you have a focus issue, then you need to come to yoga.
Okay.
It's entirely opposite, right? And then people think that you need to be young enough to get into yoga. It's not that. I think yoga is meant for all the age groups. Right from a kid to an elderly person. Everybody can join in yoga, and yoga has got something to offer to everyone. So it is another kind of a myth. Then people think that they can learn yoga by reading some text, some yogic books, and by browsing the web. It is really not possible. It can give you some kind of information, but that knowledge will always be lacking. Right? So you can get the information from the books, from the web. But for that knowledge, you need to have a guru. You need to have somebody to look upon to. Somebody who can guide you, who can correct you, who can take you to that level. So you need a person, a guidance from somewhere. These are the popular myths.
So I think I'm really resonating with your guidance part, क्योंकि जितना मुझे समझ में आता है योगाभ्यास यदि सही तरीके से ना किया जाए तो it also has some impact on the body which are not welcomed.
Yes.
है ना? Wonderful. Thank you so much for bringing all that to us. And I think one of the biggest myth कि this is not gymnastics, ये शरीर को तोड़ना मरोड़ना नहीं है. This is that's the first step possibly towards silencing the mind.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So and when it comes to silencing the mind, मुझे समझ में आता है कि ये जो stress है, anxiety है, concentration है, अब ये कहाँ से आ रहा है? क्योंकि all this is very very mental. हमें दिखता तो नहीं है. All this is very very mental. Give us some understanding कि जब हम stress और anxiety की बात करते हैं, तो जो different schools of yoga भी हैं, different school of thoughts हैं actually. जैसा आप शुरू में भी कह रहे थे कि हठ योग है, भगवत गीता एक प्रकार से बताता है, पतंजलि एक प्रकार से बताते हैं, आप अयंगर प्रैक्टिस करती हैं. There are so many that I have also heard of. इनमें फर्क क्या होता है अगर हम बहुत ही मोटे तौर पे समझना चाहें, not getting too much deep into it, और क्या ऐसा होता है कि किसी खास प्रकार के इश्यूज के लिए हमें कोई खास स्कूल ऑफ थॉट ज्यादा सूट करता है? Anything of that kind?
That's absolutely true, Richa. I think if you want to try out different classes, for your understanding, it all depends on your body type. What is the current condition of your body? And what are your requirements? If you have been practicing for quite some time and you want to advance in your practice, there are different schools of yoga. If you are just a beginner, then there are different set of schools, right?
Okay.
And if you are looking only for peace and meditation and concentration and pranic healing, then there is a different set of school. So first you need to be very clarified, what actually are you looking out for?
Right,
if you do you have any kind of ailment, any kind of a disease, any kind of a discomfort in your body, then what you need to do? So we have
Right.
different schools of yoga. So if we just pick the most popular one out here, like we have Ashtanga yoga,
Right.
right, which is
Right.
founded by K. Pattabi Joyce, and is also very well known as the father of modern yoga.
Okay.
Right. Now, this kind of a practice requires very athletic and advanced kind of a practice.
Mm-hmm.
Ashtanga yoga, if you particularly look at, they have their series of poses, they have their primary series, intermediate series, then they have their 4 advanced series, and they run their classes in Mysore style of yoga. So it is
Okay.
quite challenging and demanding kind of a yoga. So if a beginner starts with Ashtanga yoga, then it will be a little bit challenging for that person.
Right.
So it is a prerequisite condition to start with Ashtanga yoga. You need to have an experience of at least 2 to 3 years of practice. Then you
Okay.
get into Ashtanga. So what is your requirement that matters? That's what I'm saying.
Wonderful.
Then
Wonderful.
we have Vinyasa
And
yoga.
okay.
It is also same like Ashtanga yoga. Like the word is used
Right.
interchangeably. At times we say Ashtanga, at times we say Vinyasa. Again, it is a very challenging flow of practice.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a condition, like if you have a knee pain, you have a back pain, you have any kind of injury, or you have an old age, but you still
Mm-hmm.
have a determination to practice for yoga, then we have a younger style of yoga, which was
Okay.
started and designed by BKS Iyengar.
Mm-hmm.
They have their institute based in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
So then they do the asanas with the support of the prop. So he has actually modified the asanas so that every age group can be accommodated.
Okay.
Anybody who has an ailment can easily come into it.
Okay.
So if you have
So
any such condition, then you can come into
wonderful.
a younger style of a yoga.
Wonderful. I have
Right?
received a question.
Yeah.
So one of the viewer wants to know which is better, yoga or meditation? And I would like you to address it from both the perspective. Only from the perspective that I want to work on my anxiety and stress and concentration, which and how, and otherwise also, if these are not my only requirement, if I really want to go beyond it.
Hmm. Just to answer, I'll repeat once again. See, meditation, asana, they are part of yoga. As I've just said, yoga has got 8 limbs. So
Right.
asana and pranayam, they are not different. When you are
So
in your asana
right.
and you are breathing, you are concentrating on your breath, that is again a kind of meditation you are in. When you are uninterrupted, when you are enjoying your asana, you are doing your meditation only in that asana. Right? Meditation is a very higher level of concentration, which is uninterrupted. Right? Like I said, dharana. Dharana means concentration, and dhyana means meditation. So meditation is completely uninterrupted. So that is meditation. So meditation is also a part of yoga, and asana is also part of yoga. You need to practice everything. You need to practice concentration. You need to practice meditation also.
Okay, so both meditation and yoga are part of, sorry,
Exactly.
yogasanas are part of yoga,
Yes.
as we have rightly understood right now. And depending upon what we need to practice. I then want to ask you, does doing yogasanas for a little while, maybe 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it supports one in the meditation techniques that they want to pursue?
Sorry, I couldn't get the question, Gita.
So if I want to get into meditation techniques, I want to practice meditations, uh, doing yogasanas for 10, 15 minutes, does it support meditation practice in any way?
Yes. See, if you are sitting in Padmasana
Mm-hmm.
and you're keeping your spine absolutely erect and you are
Mm-hmm.
not doing anything else, you're just concentrating on your breath. You're sitting in
Right.
any meditative asana. It could be Vajrasana, it could be Sukhasana, it could be Padmasana, and you are concentrating even in your balancing poses. Let's say you are in Shirshasana. You are doing your meditation only in Shirshasana.
Right.
You're focusing on your breath. So that is again a kind of meditation only.
Right. And Shirshasana is one big deal. I think we are too mature for that. Yeah. Now, please let us understand that if one is practicing, how long should one practice? I mean, can any time during the day is all right, or is it that the morning hours? And if it is morning hours, then what do those people do who are actually night lovers, who would stay awake at night but wake up a little late in the morning? And any specific timing that we need to allot, or any time during the day, and for how long?
See, Richa, generally it is said that if you practice in the morning, it is better. So either
Okay.
you practice early in the morning, or like if you've said people, they do not have time, they have to rush to the school, they have to rush to the offices, so they don't have a time. That's why I'm saying early morning. If it is
Okay.
possible for you, fine. Otherwise, you can practice it even late in the evening also.
Okay.
Around the sunset also you can practice, or around after the sunset also you can practice, but then you are not supposed to take very strenuous kind of asanas during the evening time. Generally,
Okay.
the difficult asanas or the demanding asanas need to be practiced in the morning when you have more determination in your body. It is
So,
generally
Chitra,
recommended.
I really want to then ask you with respect to anxiety, stress, concentration, do we really need to practice these strenuous asanas, or will the easier one support us? Because we have students with us, we have parents with us, we have teachers with us, and especially those who are not inducted to yogasanas and those who are not practicing it from the beginning, कहीं से guidance नहीं लिया है. तो starting strenuous asanas, मुझे जैसा लगता है कि it is not very wise, not very
Exactly.
advisable.
Exactly.
या so फिर इस कैटेगरी के जो लोग हैं जो बेसिकली अपने आप को थोड़ा शांत करने के लिए अभ्यास करना चाहते हैं, जो अपने स्ट्रेस को कम करने के लिए अभ्यास करना चाहते हैं, जो कंसंट्रेशन के ऊपर काम करना चाहते हैं, उन लोगों के लिए क्या किसी भी समय करना उचित है?
देखो, if you are going for, I'm not saying advanced asana, even if you are starting with the basic asana, any time in the day is really difficult for somebody. Especially in today's modern time, we do not have that much of time to practice any time in a day. But since people are there at home, children are also there at home. So if you think your stomach is empty after having your meal, that is, if you have a gap of 4 hours between your meal and your practice, then you can go into asanas, you can go for relaxation poses. Even immediately after having your meal, there are certain asanas like Vajrasana. You can sit in Vajrasana immediately after having your meal. There are certain stress relieving poses, some anxiety relieving poses, which are not very strainers, they are very relaxing, which we'll be covering today. Right. So you can do them any time of the day, but you need to ensure that your meal is digested by that time.
Wonderful. Which means 2.5, 3 hours of gap is good enough?
Generally, it is said that 4 hours, because your meal takes time to get digested, and what you have eaten, that also depends.
So a full meal के लिए 4 घंटे का गैप है.
4 घंटे, बिल्कुल.
और अगर थोड़ा मोड़ा खाया है, हल्का स्नैक्स खाया है, तो 2.5 घंटे should be good. Great. So I think it is now the time to start practicing, and we would love to learn from you. अच्छा, हमारे पास एक और क्वेश्चन है बिफोर वी गो अहेड चित्रा. कितने उम्र के बच्चे के साथ हम योगासना कर सकते हैं? कितने छोटे बच्चे को हम इस प्रैक्टिस में डाल सकते हैं?
I think kids from the age group of 7, 8, 9, they can enter into yoga, no issues.
Wonderful.
We all were born yogis. This is now we have forgotten. Our body has got so much of stiffness and we are struggling now.
क्योंकि आजकल के बच्चे बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्टेड हैं, और इसका एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन डेफिनेटली सोशल मीडिया भी है, एंड समवेयर न्यूक्लियर फैमिली आल्सो. बट when we look at these things, how can we really help them? हम बच्चे को बिठाए भी तो कैसे बिठाएं? क्या बच्चा वाकई बैठेगा करने के लिए? ये एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन हो जाता है.
I know it's quite challenging for bring kids into yoga. But then you can try out a lot of tricks and techniques to motivate them. Start with very easy poses, something that they can relate with. You can conduct a story session related to the poses. That's, I think, the wonderful idea, because every asana has got a story behind it. And asanas, they are picked from the nature. So you can create a kind of environment, that kind of interaction, less with the asana and more interaction with the students.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I have one more question then. बच्चे जब पढ़ाई करने के लिए बैठते हैं, ठीक उसके पहले क्या कुछ मुद्राएं या कुछ आसनास हैं हमारे पास जो सपोर्ट करेंगी कि वो ज्यादा कंसंट्रेशन उनका बेहतर हो?
There are a few mudras that I'll be covering in session today. I hope Wonderful. If you don't mind, I could take them in last because that will calm us down by that time. I'll take them.
Perfect. So we will take that definitely. And I want to request all our viewers two things. One, फीडबैक फॉर्म आपका लिंक आपको फेसबुक पेज पे मिल जाएगा, तो प्लीज उसको भरना मत भूलिएगा, क्योंकि उसके वो जब आप तक नहीं भरते हैं तो हमारे पास आपका कोई डेटा नहीं होता और हम आपके साथ पार्टिसिपेशन सर्टिफिकेट शेयर नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो फीडबैक फॉर्म इज द क्राइटेरिया फॉर अस बेस्ड ऑन विच we can share participation certificate with you. So please do not forget, and also request कि कल 12 बजे तक आप प्लीज फीडबैक फॉर्म भर दीजिए, क्योंकि उसके बाद के आए हुए फीडबैक फॉर्म या तो प्रोसेस नहीं हो पाएंगे या बहुत डिले हो जाएगा, बिकॉज देन वी गेट into the process of our next Wednesday session, and I'm sure you will be able to appreciate that. The second request जो कि मेरा है हमारे viewers के साथ, आप जहाँ कहीं भी हो अपने फेसबुक पेज पे प्लीज वॉच पार्टीज अगर आप अपने दोस्तों के साथ स्टार्ट कर दें तो दैट विल बी रियली हेल्पफुल, क्योंकि अब जो चित्रा हमें बताने वाली है वो कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जो बहुत इजी टू डू आसनास हैं. दे आर नॉट डिफिकल्ट वंस. और हमने ये चित्रा से बहुत स्पेशली रिक्वेस्ट किया कि जो चित्रा हमें हम कोई योगा क्लास नहीं चला रहे हैं, हमारा कोई योगा सेशन नहीं है, हमारा योगा एजेंडा नहीं है, हमारा एजेंडा है एंजाइटी, स्ट्रेस, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. तो ये है जो छोटे बच्चे से लेके बुजुर्ग तक इसको सफर कर रहे होते हैं, और इसलिए हमें ऐसे आसन और ऐसी मुद्राएं चाहिए जो कि हर कोई इजीली कर सके, क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि बॉडी एंड माइंड दे आर इंटरकनेक्टेड. जब हम बॉडी के ऊपर बहुत कुछ कर रहे होते हैं उसका बहुत इम्पैक्ट माइंड पर होता है. सो चित्रा इज रियली वेरी वेरी रेडी, और उनके पास भंडार है. आप हमारे पास आज ट्रेजर खुलने वाला है. So now Chitra is going to take us to that. So please, it's a request. You start the watch party so that your friends also can take the benefit. And Chitra जब हमें योगा दिखाएंगी तो हमारे साथ बच्चे और कुछ बड़े जुड़े हुए हैं जो कि साथ में उनके डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन को फॉलो करेंगे, which will help us to also understand कि जो चित्रा ने बताया है उसको हमने तरीके से समझा है या नहीं समझा है. So we are going to have Samridh Singh with us. We are going to have Avni Prakash with us, and a few more people are joining with us, and I'll share the names in a little while. So व्यूअर्स आप देख रहे होंगे चित्रा ने कितना अरेंजमेंट कर रखा है. देयर इज मोबाइल आल्सो ऑन सो दैट वो जो कुछ भी डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करती है वो आपको अच्छे से दिखे, हर एंगल से दिखे और हम मिनिमम गलतियां करें. ओके, आई रिक्वेस्ट समृद्ध एंड अवनी टू कम ऑन वीडियो एंड सो दैट दे कैन फॉलो. वेलकम समृद्ध. And Ishu also, right?
Yes, Ishu Avasthi.
Ishu Avasthi, please be online with us. We welcome you, Ishu. Namaskar. We welcome you for our show. And I am going to go off video. I'm going to go. Welcome, Avni. I'm going to go off video. Avni, आप headphone हटा सकते हो और अपने आप को unmute कर सकते हो so that you can listen to everything well. Okay. Chitra, over to you. Chitra, we cannot hear you. You are not audible.
I am not able to see Chitra. Could you please put her in spotlight?
Wait.
Can you unmute?
Is Chitra visible now? So Chitra is there from two devices, from the laptop and the mobile. Mobile is being maneuvered by her daughter so that all the angles are visible.
If you put her in spotlight, we can see her on the main page on the big screen.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's okay. Fine.
Can you hear me now, Richa?
Yes. Actually, Daisy, one reason we are not putting her on spotlight is we also want Samrit, Avni, and Ishu to be visible.
Okay,
So
sure,
that
sure.
what
Thanks.
they are practicing can be seen.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Am I visible? Am I audible to everyone?
Perfect.
Fine, thank you. Okay, so we'll be starting with a very basic asana which can relieve stress and anxiety from our body and very easy to do for every one of us. So what we need to do is, the name of the asana is Balasana, the child pose. So we'll be standing on our knees like this. Fine, our spine is absolutely erect, and then you can see that my toes are together but my heels are separate, right? And what I need to do is, I need to just sit over my heels. Is it fine? Is it visible? Okay. Then I need to spread my legs in this way. And I'll take my hands up and slowly I'll inhale, and slowly after exhaling, I just go down. I just go down. I just go down. And I just try to touch my forehead with the mat. And I ensure that my chest is touching my thigh, right? I can be in this pose for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, depending upon the condition that I am in. But see, anybody who is into pregnancy, or who has got a knee issue, or who is having a diarrhea condition, will not be practicing Balasana. And it is very much beneficial for our nervous system. It relieves stress, anxiety completely from our body, and it gives a relief to our backache also. But see, at times people, those who have a lot of weight on their thighs, on their ground area, on their calf muscles, and they have a difficulty in sitting over their heels, what they need to do is, they need to just take a blanket, and they can put a blanket under their thigh muscles, over their calf muscles. They will be separating their heels and touching their toes together. Like you can see from the back side, my heels are apart, but my toes are together. You need to maintain this condition, separate, and then you can easily sit. So it can be comfortable for those who have weight, those who cannot sit. Now people, those who cannot touch their head, what they can do is, they can take any bolster or they can take any pillow and they can place it in front of them. And then again, you will inhale and you will slowly exhale. And you can rest your forehead on the pillow. And then gently inhaling, you get back. So it is, I think, one of the most simplest asana that each one of us can do and reap the benefit of relieving our stress. So whenever you feel that you have a stress in your body, you can start with this asana. You can practice this asana. This will help you a lot in relieving the stress and anxiety from your body. Now, the second thing that we can do is Uttanasana. Now, Uttana means stretch, right? So we will be practicing Uttanasana right now. So I need to maintain a distance, shoulder distance. Now this is my shoulder. I need to maintain the same kind of distance between my feet. My hip distance, my shoulder distance, and my feet distance has to be together. Now, since it is forward bending asana, Majority of the forward bending asana are stress and anxiety relief asanas. So when we are doing forward bending asanas, there are certain precautions that you need to take care of. That if you have a heart ailment, if you have a spinal injury, if you have a backache or a chronic backache or a slip disc, you will not be doing Uttanasana, right? So we will get into Uttanasana. This is the preparatory pose. Can you just take it back slightly? Okay. So please understand, you need to ensure that your hip is not like this. You need to squeeze in your butt. You need to take your abdomen in and your chest is tall. Your spine is absolutely tall and erect. Then I take my hands up. I take my hands up. I inhale. And slowly I exhale. And I need to go down from the base of my spine. I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm going down. And I keep my palms on the floor and I rest my head. I leave my head completely. I relax my head. So if it is comfortable for you, then what you can do is you can put it more challenging for yourself by placing your palms by the side of your feet, or you can take your palms holding your heels and then you take your head in. Then you take your head in. Then you take your head in. Relax. And slowly you inhale and you come up. Now, anybody who has a knee problem, those who cannot bend their knees, those who cannot straighten up their knees in this pose, what they need to do is they need to just bend their knee and then they need to go down. They can bend their knees, but then they need to ensure that their chest is touching their quadriceps, touching their hamstring, their thighs. Now, if somebody who cannot touch the ground, what they need to do is, if you have a block like this, if you have any kind of a support like this, then when you will go back, when you will go forward while exhaling, you can put your palms on the block and then you can drop your head. Even if you find this difficult, you can take the blocks up and then you look forward.
आइडिया है कि हमारा हेड जो है वो पूरी तरीके से रिलीज्ड हो नीचे, रिलैक्स वे में, राइट?
Exactly. And then slowly the movement has to be very gentle. Just ensure your breath is leading your movement. आपकी सांस और आपका movement में एक coordination होना चाहिए. It shouldn't be like this, moving like this. It shouldn't be like that. So there has to be a flow, there has to be a rhythm between your breath and your movement. Now, those people, those who have a cardiac condition or those who have a knee issue or like those who are into their pregnancy, they can also reap the same benefit of this asana by doing half of this asana. So what they need to do is, they need to go closer to the wall, maintaining their arm distance. They will be doing the same thing. What they need to do is they'll stretch your spine and then slowly go forward. Maintaining a distance. I'm just trying to take my head in. I'm working upon my spine. I'm relaxing my spine. This is half Uttanasana. And come up. See, Uttanasana is one such asana. Take it back. Uttanasana is one such asana which relieves anxiety, fatigue, headache, even migraine. So you can get into Uttanasana if you have any such condition, stress, anxiety, everything. Now since you're going forward, it says it takes care of your digestive system also. So it is a very powerful asana. Whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel anxiety, you can immediately get into Uttanasana. And if you do not want to take your hands completely down, you can even hang around. You can simply do this. You don't have to do anything else. Hang around.
चित्रा, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट कि हमारे साथ जो बच्चे हैं और इशू है, आप एक बार उनको देखिए वो कैसा कर रहे हैं, so that you can guide if they are doing it correctly or not.
Okay, sure. उसको ऑफ करो बेटा, just off it.
Yeah, start.
नहीं, okay. Who's this?
So there is Avni, there is Samrit, and there is Ishu.
Okay. Beta, my only request to you is the movement shouldn't have to be jerky. आप जो movement कर रहे हैं वो आप झटके से नहीं करेंगे, नहीं तो आपका स्पाइन पे उसका असर आएगा. तो आप जो movement कर रहे हैं वो movement बहुत स्लो, बहुत सटल, बहुत आराम से होगी. आपने कोई भी चीज झटके से नहीं करनी है.
Okay.
Do it in a very subtle way. Come down very slowly. Exhaling your breath, come down very slowly. You do not have to exert yourself. You need to come down from the base of your spine. आप अपने hip region से नीचे आ रहे हैं. बहुत आराम से, and just leave your head. If you have a difficulty in straightening your knees, you can bend your knees also. आप जहां तक पहुंच रहे हैं वो आपका पूर्ण है. That is your maximum capacity right now, and you are absolutely fine in that. Try to be in that pose for some time. It will drain away all your anxiety, all your tensions away. Yes, Ishu is doing right, Samrit is doing right. Yes, I could see Richa also doing it. Yeah, fine. I think it is quite understandable now. If you're facing any difficulty, you can take the support of the wall also. You can do half Uttanasana also if you're facing any kind of a difficulty out here. Okay, Sana, still loving you. Now we will be doing another asana to get anxiety and stress relief. Okay, so we will be doing Paschim Uttanasana. Now Paschim means west and Uttana means the intense stretch. So we will be sitting in Dandasana position. Our legs are together, my feet are together, my heels together, my toes are together, and my toes are pointing up to the ceiling. My spine is absolutely tall, and I ensure that I'm sitting on my sit bones. For that, we need to remove our hip flexes up. When you remove your hip flex up, you are actually sitting on your sit bone. आप अपनी hip bone पे बैठे हैं, तो आपको एक base मिलता है, एक support मिलता है. When you get into this, again, it is a forward bending pose which relieves stress and anxiety from our body. So anybody who is having a cardiac condition or who has got a peptic ulcer or those who have the spinal injury or abdominal issues, they'll not be going forward. Even in pregnancy, you'll not be going forward, right? So this is the starting position for Paschimottanasana. We will be stretching our arms completely. We will inhale and exhale slowly. Slowly, very slowly we will exhale. We will try to extend our palms from our feet. And then either I can hold my big toes, my Baddhangushta, or I can hold my hands here, I can hold my feet here, I can do anything. I'm comfortable holding my Baddhangushta. I look forward, and slightly I try to touch my head. And I inhale and I come up. Now please understand, Paschimottanasana gives a complete posterior stretch to our spine. So it is not about touching my forehead to my shin or to my knee. That is not the challenge. It is a myth कि Paschimottanasana में मुझे अपना सर रखना है यहाँ पर, अपना forehead यहाँ रखना है. That is not the scene. I'm giving a stretch to my spine. So what I need to do is, if I cannot reach to this place, if you have any such belt with you, yoga belt, or let's say if you don't have a belt with you, you can use any belt. You can even use the belt of your children. School belt bhi aap use kar sakte hain. You just need to lengthen the belt. And what you have to do is, you will place the belt at the mount of your feet. And first I'll try to sit tall. I'll straighten my back. And then slowly, I'll try to open my elbows and I go forward. If I'm comfortable till here, it is also fine. I can go forward. I can still go forward. Maintaining my drishti, my focus at one point, I can go forward. Even if you can reach here, that is absolutely fine. So this is how you can practice Paschimottanasana. I'll demonstrate once again for the last time. Stretch completely, inhale, and then slowly, very slowly from the base I'm going down. I'm exhaling, very slow movement. First I'll try to take my palms out from my feet. Once I reach till here, till the time I'm comfortable, I'll hold. I'll maintain the position. And then slightly, I'll take my head in. So you will be able to release your stress, your anxiety. It is a pose of surrender, of vairag. So you are basically taking a vairag from your stress, from your anxiety. So it relieves all the tension from your body immediately. So you can practice it on daily basis. Now, another asana for stress and anxiety relief which we have is known as Setu Bandh Asana. Now, Setu means bridge and Bandha means lock. Right, we will be doing chin lock in Setu Bandhasana. So, to get into Setu Bandhasana, we need to lie down. Supine. पीठ के बल आप लेट जाए. Just ensure you need to ensure that your heels are near to your hip area. My palms are absolutely down. This is my starting position for Setu Bandh Asana. Now what I need to do is, by pressing my feet to the ground and my palms to the ground, I will raise my buttocks up. This is the region that I'm actually working upon. I'll be taking my chest near to my chin, and this is the lock that I need to take. For your support, if you want, you can take your palm support and you can be in this pose for few minutes, for few seconds, depending upon your condition, depending upon your physical ability. You will not force yourself. And then slowly you need to get down. Now anybody who has a knee injury or a back injury or has a neck problem, they will not be doing Setu Bandhasana. Again, it is a stress relieving posture and it works on your digestive organ also, so it is very beneficial for us. Now, those who cannot take their hips up, what they can do is, they can pick a block like this. If you don't have a block, you can pile up 2-3 pillows under your back. But if you have a block, what you need to do is, you need to take the block and place it just above your tailbone. अपनी tailbone से थोड़ा सा ऊपर आप इस block को रखेंगे. Then you will apply the chin lock, taking your chest closer to your chin, and you will relax. Please ensure that you are relaxing in all the asanas and not straining yourself unnecessarily. Focus on your breath. Focus on your breath. And slowly remove the block. And relax. Relax. Now I'll be seeing somebody who is doing it. Let me see. Okay, can I see some of you there? Okay, we have Ishu, we have Samrit. Make sure your heels are touching the ground. Heels आप उठाएंगे नहीं ऊपर. Heel floor पे ही touch रहेगी. You need to raise your buttocks up. Try to touch your chest to your chin. आप अपनी chin को chest से touch नहीं कराएंगे, chest को chin से touch कराएंगे. You will not be moving or putting any strain on your neck. आप अपनी neck पे कोई pressure नहीं डालेंगे. And if you face any difficulty in doing this, what you can do is, आप नीचे 2-3 pillow लगाइए. And then you can relax. आपकी feet के बीच में hip distance होना चाहिए. जितना distance, जो gap आपके hip में है, उतना ही distance. And no jerky movement. Samrit, do it slowly, बच्चे. Okay. Fine. So now we will be moving to some concentration part. See, concentration now, even after practicing these 2-3 asanas on regular basis, because they are not very high funda asanas, they are very basic. Again, depending upon the body type, you can always practice and get to the level of doing certain poses. So if you keep on practicing these asanas, you will identify, you could see that your stress and anxiety level will gradually, slowly will come out of your body. So normally, again I'm repeating, normally the forward bending asana, they develop a vairag bhav within us. ये हमारी body में एक vairag bhav लाता है. So we are doing the vairag. We are disattaching the stress and anxiety from our body. And now we are in a condition somehow to get to the level of concentration. अब हम concentration के ऊपर काम करने के लिए किसी हद तक तैयार हैं. So we will be working upon our concentration now. Can you just take it in the front? That's not my stick. So we will be starting with the concentration. None? Okay. Can you see? So we will be doing now Vrikshasana. Right? Vriksha means a tree. Anybody who has arthritis or weak legs or knee problem, they will not be practicing Vrikshasana, but rest can always. So we will be standing in Dandasana position first. Now this is Dandasana position when my toes are together, my heels are together. My hip is not out like this or protruding belly like this. I'm taking my hip in and squeezing my hip, squeezing my buttocks in, taking my abdomen in, taking my chest out. This is my Dandasana position, right? Once I get into my Dandasana position, I'm just taking my right leg out like this. Can you see the movement? My right leg out. And then slowly, I'll be placing the sole of my feet touching my inner thigh of my standing leg. And I am in a stable position. If it is comfortable for me, then I'll be taking my hands up. And what you need to do in this is, you need to focus at one point. So you will be able to balance your body. आप अपनी दृष्टि एक पॉइंट पर एक जगह पर केंद्रित करेंगे. You will be focusing at one point so that you can reap the benefit of concentration. Concentration is about focusing at one point. So you need to focus at one point. You will gain a balance in your life and your body, right? So we will be repeating it with the another leg. I'll twist my left leg like this. This action, this twisting action first. Then I'll be taking my feet near to my inner area of my right leg. And I'll be pressing my feet. I'll be pressing. Now those who have high BP, they will not be taking their arms up. They can take their arms here. And you need to focus at one point. You need to focus at one point. You can practice Vrikshasana on daily basis to improve your concentration and balance in your body. It's very, very important for us. Now, the second asana that you can practice is Padmasana. For Padmasana, again, I'll be coming to Dandasana position. I'll be sitting tall, my toes together, my heels together, my legs together. My spine is absolutely erect. This is my Dandasana position and I'm sitting on my hip bones. Remove your hip flexors up. आप अपनी hip bone पर बैठे हैं. Then what you need to do is, you need to take one leg, your right feet, and place it on your thigh of left leg. This is half. If you are comfortable till here, those who have acute arthritis, they will not be practicing Padmasana in any case. Then you need to fold your another leg. And this is the position you are in. You are into your Padmasana. If you feel comfortable till here, then it is fine. If it is uncomfortable for you, what you need to do is, you need to do Ardha Padmasana. Ardha Padmasana means only one leg in this position and another leg is under. इस तरह से आप practice कर सकते हैं on daily basis. Then repeating it with another leg. My left leg, my left feet on my right leg and my right leg under my left thigh. This is Ardha Padmasana. So you can be in Ardha Padmasana also. So once you are comfortable in Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana, you just need to concentrate on any object, on any particular point. You will gaze at that point for some time. You will gaze at that point for some time. And then you can close your eyes. See, for concentration, you need to gaze at some object. If you do not have any object, then the object could be your breath. You need to observe your breath. How you are inhaling, how you are exhaling. आप अपनी breath पे अपना focus बनाएंगे. Right? And now anybody who is unable to do Padmasana in a complete way, what they need to do is, they need to do a drill called Shishupal drill. It will open up your quadriceps, your hamstrings and everything else. You will take your, you will fold your leg in this way and you will roll. You will roll. It's like a cradle pose, like you cradle your baby. In the same way, you will cradle. You will twist. You will twist. And you do it with another leg also. You do the cradle pose. You try to open your quadriceps. And then, when you try to get into Padmasana, after practicing it for some more time, you will be able to get into Padmasana. According to the ancient Hindu text, it is believed that Padmasana is one such asana which can take you to the higher level of concentration. It inculcates a kind of a self-confidence in your body. It can take you to a stage of meditation. ज़्यादातर meditation ऋषि मुनि जो हैं वो पद्मासन लगाकर ही करते हैं. So gradually we can attain this. We can get into this practice. हम अर्ध पद्मासना कर सकते हैं या अभी जो मैंने आपको शिशुपाल ड्रिल बताया. You can practice शिशुपाल drill. Each side do it for 20 times. So you will be able to open this area of yours. ये आपका पद्मासना है. पद्मासना में आप जब भी बैठे आपका back straight हो. You can take the support of the wall for your back. Right? So that's your Padmasana. Now, the another asana that we will be practicing today is Sarvang Asana. Right? Now, Sarva means whole and Asana. So, Sarvang Asana, that is the asana for our whole body. Now, it could be challenging for a few people, but I'll be providing alternative also how to do it. But it is a very, very good pose. It is generally recommended to practice Sarvangasana on daily basis. So we will get into Sarvangasana. Now what we need to do is, okay, you need to lie down. You need to lie down in this way. My feet are together. And then I'll be taking my body up. Right? Now please see anybody who is into pregnancy, who has got a heart ailment, who has got a cardiac condition rather, or who is into high BP, menstruation, they will not be practicing Sarvangasana. But it is one such powerful asana which if you practice, it works on your entire system, your endocrine system, your respiratory system, your reproductive system, your digestive system. And it takes you to a higher level of concentration, relieving completely stress and anxiety, releasing stress and anxiety from your body. It's a powerful asana to practice. Those who cannot straighten their legs immediately, what they need to do is they need to go near to the wall. Right? आप इस तरह से दीवार के नजदीक जाएंगे. And you will try you will be doing this. You will be separating your feet. You'll be pressing your feet to the wall and then slowly, 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 you will go up in this way, taking your butt up in this way, right? I'll be going up. If I'm comfortable till here, I'll be taking my hands back and I can take my one leg up. I can take my other leg up. And I go down. Then I get down slowly. I'll roll and I'll come back. So that is our Sarvangasana. A very powerful asana which one should be practicing on daily basis. Now for concentration, the other thing that we can practice for concentration is, now the other thing that we can practice for concentration is a kriya known as a Tata Kriya. It is the eye movement exercise, but it is very, very powerful. One should be doing it on regular basis. Now, Tratak means gaze. You need to fix your gaze onto something for some time, right? So I'll start with the eye movement, gazing to my right shoulder, then moving the gaze to my left shoulder. For a few seconds without blinking my eyes, I'll keep my gaze fixed to my right shoulder. Then I take it to my left shoulder. I'll fix the gaze. Then I fix the gaze up to the ceiling. I'll fix the gaze to the ground. I'll be looking between my nose. Gaze your nose, your nasikagraha, without blinking your eyes for a few seconds. Then gaze the point between your eyebrows, your bhru madhya. Gaze for a few seconds without blinking your eyes. Then please blink your eyes. Blink your eyes. Continuously blink your eyes. Then do palming. Generate some heat in your palms and then gently try to press it. Gently pressing your eyes and relax your eyes completely. Point. What is the alternative? What you can do is, there is one more thing. Sana, can you get me a pen, please? What you need to do is, okay, I've got it. Right. If you have a pen, what you need to do is, you need to gaze the pen, the tip of the pen. Whenever we are saying you need to concentrate on an object, now like a pen is an object, I'm not me gazing at the entire pen. I need to fix my gaze at some point. So I'll be fixing my gaze onto the tip of the pen. So I'll take it till my arm distance. I'll gaze the tip of the pen. I'll try to bring it close to my eyes. Close to my eyes. In between my eyes till I start seeing double image. And then I take it back. Then I take it back. So you can practice it 5-6 times in a day. It will strengthen your eye muscle. It will improve your concentration. It is very good for students. Now, a lot of students, they are in front of screen nowadays because of their online classes. So what they need to do is, after every 20 minutes, you need to shift your eye gaze at something for 20 seconds. आप अपना ध्यान स्क्रीन से हटा के 20 seconds के लिए किसी जगह पर फिक्स कीजिए, किसी पॉइंट पर. I'm saying a point, not a whole picture, but a point, and gaze that point for 20 seconds. Then come back to your screen. Try doing it for every 20 minutes. हर 20 minutes के बाद shift your gaze to any point. Or what you can do is, you can take a sheet, make a circle, make a dot, a visible dot, और आप उसको दीवार पे लगा दीजिए. Paste it on the wall. And make sure you have an eye level. You have the eye level. You will be sitting to that eye level and start gazing. Start focusing on that particular dot for some time. So this is called as tratak. किसी चीज को, किसी ऑब्जेक्ट पे बहुत देर तक अपना concentration, अपना focus लेकर जाना. So that is a very beautiful thing to do. Now, who all will not be doing it? Those who have a glaucoma, or those who have high myopia, or people with the psychic problems like schizophrenia or hallucination, they might not be doing tratak. Otherwise, it is safe. Everybody can do it. अगर आपको कुछ नहीं सूझ रहा है, तो what you can beautifully do is, please start doing stargazing. During the night time, you have n number of stars in the sky. Pick up one star and start gazing that star. Start gazing moon. You can gaze sun also, but during the sunset time and the sunrise time when the sun is not very bright. It is a very powerful technique. Believe me, if you start doing all these small things, it will improve your level of concentration. Now, we have few breathing techniques also which can take us to the level of concentration. Like you can practice Brahmari pranayam. Like it is a very, very powerful pranayam which can increase your level of concentration very, very high. And it has this very stimulating effect on our nervous system also. So for doing Brahmari pranayam, you can get into any comfortable position. You need to close your ears with your index finger, right? And then you need to inhale and exhale, creating a sound of black Indian bee, that is Brahmar. वो भवरे का sound आपने अपने गले से निकालना है. But generally what do people do in the classes is they create a loud sound which is not actually doing Brahmari pranayam. So what you need to do is you need to close your ears with your index finger and then you will inhale. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Inhale. This will have a very stimulating effect on your nervous system. It takes care of your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. It stimulates your brain. It stimulates focus in your body. So you should feel the vibration out here on your face while doing the Brahmari pranayam. आपने बहुत जोर से आवाज नहीं निकालनी है, आपने गहरी आवाज रखनी है. The sound doesn't have to be loud. It has to be subtle and grave so that you feel vibration on your facial expressions, on your face. You could feel that vibration. So you can do Brahmari pranayam also. You can do Anulom Vilom pranayam also, right? For Anulom Vilom pranayam, what you need to do is your right hand has to be in Vishnu mudra. यानी आपका इंडेक्स फिंगर और आपका मिडिल फिंगर आप इस तरह से डाउन करेंगे और आप अपने राइट नॉस्ट्रिल को क्लोज करेंगे. एंड यू विल इनहेल फ्रॉम योर लेफ्ट. Then you will close both the nostril for few seconds. And then you will exhale from your right. Then you will inhale again from your right. Close both the nostrils. And then exhale from your left. हमारे left से आप exhale करेंगे. So Anulom Vilom Pranayam, one should be practicing daily because it is known as Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. We have 72,000 nadis in our body. So we can stimulate those 72,000 nadis in our body by practicing this. So this is a very, very powerful pranayam to practice. Only the heart patient, they will not be retaining their breath. Rest, everybody can practice. So आप एक तरफ से, मैं दोबारा repeat कर रही हूँ, you will be closing. This is the mudra, Vishnu mudra. Index finger बंद है, middle finger बंद है, बाकी finger इस तरह से खुली हुई है. Right? You will be pressing your right nostril with your thumb. You will inhale from your left. Let's say for a count of 2. 1, 2, inhale. Then retain, close both the nostrils. Close both the nostrils for 4 seconds. Then exhale from the right nostril for 2 seconds. Then again inhale from the right nostril. Then retain your breath for 4 seconds. दोनों nostril को close कीजिए और फिर left से exhale कीजिए. So this is your Anulom Vilom Pranayam. So last I'll be talking about few mudras for increasing your concentration level. Very powerful mudra. If you practice them on regular basis, you do not have to be like empty stomach only for practicing this. Even after having your meal, you can get into these mudras. So what you need to do for doing this, the first mudra that I'll be demonstrating out here is Hakini mudra. Now Hakini is said to be the goddess of third eye, the chakra between our eyebrows. It is the chakra of intuition and mind. So if you practice Hakini mudra, it says that it opens your right hemisphere of your brain. आपकी brain का जो right side है, वो खुल जाता है इस मुद्रा को करके. So this is the part of your brain where your memory is stored. So it improves your focus, your concentration level. So how to do Hakini Mudra? Open your fingers like this, your palms like this. Join your thumb, join all your fingers together in this way, right? Join them together. Make sure your little finger is parallel to your thumb. And take this mudra near to your heart. All the fingers pointing not in front, up, right? Take it to your heart. Now you need to close your eyes and concentrate on your breath. How you are inhaling, how you are exhaling. Focus on your breath. Keep your focus on your breath. When you are inhaling, there is a sound that says so. And when you are exhaling, there is a sound which says hum. This is the sound of breath. अगर आप अपनी breath पे continuously, uninterruptedly focus करेंगे, you will see, you will be able to hear this sound. Focus on your breath, normal breath. ना तो सांस तेज, ना सांस कम. Please ensure your eyes are closed. Focus on your breath for a few seconds, please. You can practice this mudra starting for 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Start practicing it. You will be able to see the miraculous changes in your focus, your concentration level. Come out of mudra. Now, the second mudra that you can practice is a Gyan mudra or Chin mudra. For what you need to do is, you need to make this, touching your thumb and your index finger together, and take it rest on your thighs. अपनी thighs पे comfortably rest कीजिए. Make sure your back is absolutely erect. आपकी back बिल्कुल सीधी है. अगर आपसे सीधा नहीं बैठा जा रहा है, you can take support of the wall very easily. And again, you will practice the same thing. You will close your eyes. You will concentrate on your breath. Close your eyes, concentrate on your breath. Observe your breath. अब आपका object concentration के लिए आपकी breath है. In a very calm way, just observe how you are inhaling, how you are exhaling. Concentrate. This is the Gyan Mudra. It is believed that the individual soul is united with the universal soul in this pose. Your thumb represents the Brahma, universal soul, and your index finger represents your individual soul. So जब आपका thumb और आपकी index finger एक दूसरे को touch करती हैं, तो एक connect बनता है आपकी body में universe के साथ में, and you will be able to concentrate better. Concentrate on your breath. And the last mudra is, come out of mudra please. The last mudra that we will be doing is Dhyan mudra. वो मुद्रा जिसमें गौतम बुद्ध ने enlightenment पाया था. That was Dhyan mudra. So it is such an ancient mudra to practice. इतनी पुरानी मुद्रा है. And if you practice this mudra, you will be able to attain a higher level of concentration. What you need to do is, take your left palm and place your right palm over it. Touch your thumb together like this. Like this. Touch your thumbs together like this. Again, I'm saying your left palm, place your right palm over it. Touch your thumbs together and take this mudra near to your navel region. अपने नाभि के पास आप अपने हाथों को रखिए. Again, you will be focusing on your breath for some time. Try to listen to the sound of your breath. Try to be in the mudra for few seconds. Then you can continuously practice it in your isolation. Make sure whenever you are practicing your pranayamas, your asanas, your mudras, your bandhas, you are isolated. You are not disturbed by anyone. It has to be a noise-free zone, dirt-free zone, no disturbance zone at all, no distraction. Because if you have distraction, you will not be able to attain your level of concentration in your life. And then relax. Relax. And the last thing, which I'm not demonstrating right now, but I request everyone to practice on everyday basis after their asanas, their pranayamas, their mudra is the shavasana. You can lie down in shavasana, spread your legs, spread your arms aside. और जैसे एक शव होता है, एक डेड बॉडी होती है जिसका कोई एक्सप्रेशन नहीं होता, उसी तरह से आपने इस पोज में रिलैक्स करना है. यू जस्ट हैव टू लाई डाउन एंड रिलैक्स. लीव योर बॉडी, नो फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन, नो मूवमेंट, एंड यू कैन रिलैक्स. Again, you will be focusing upon your breath. So you can do all these things, few asanas to stress relief, few asanas for concentration, few mudras. Practice your Brahmari pranayam on daily basis, your Anulom Vilom pranayam on daily basis. See, it is really not possible for me even to take all the asanas, to take all the mudras, to take all the pranayamas completely. So just try to incorporate 2-3 things in your practice on daily basis. Thoda twisting karo, thoda forward bending, thoda back bending, thoda side bending, so that you work upon your body. That's very, very important. So with this, Richa, this is the end from my side. And I hope that you must have learned, not if everything, you must have learned few things. And if you start working even on those few things, it will help you out in some way. I know it is very challenging for children to get accustomed to this culture. It's very, very challenging, I know. But अगर आप उनको breathing techniques पे थोड़ी देर अकेले में बैठाएंगे, तो I'm sure they will get into some kind of a practice. Because see, mind is like a water. When it is turbulent, you cannot see anything. But when it is calm, you will be able to see everything. So try to make your mind like a water, clear like a water, and please start working upon these small, small things on daily basis, and I hope it will help you out in some way. So it's over from my side, Richa. On to you now.
It was so wonderful. I had also been going through the comments, and I really want to specially thank the kids, Samridh and Avni, and Ishu Avasthi. My special thanks to them. Nidhi, please ensure they receive a certificate. So it was so wonderful of them to actually do it along with you, and I could see because of Ishu also we could really understand things much better, क्योंकि बच्चे जो है वो तो अभी सीख रहे हैं, बहुत कुछ इतना परफेक्ट नहीं होता. बट ईशू जी, आपको देख के मुझे लगा आप योगाभ्यास काफी करती हैं. You are already in that.
Yes, even I realized so after seeing Ishu.
Thank you, Chitra. Thank you so much.
That was really very, very wonderful. Thank you so much. I want to invite Nidhi on the show. Nidhi has something important to announce, and I hope आप watch parties चला रहे होंगे and feedback form up नहीं भूलेंगे. Nidhi, if you are there, please come on the video. Okay, we have Nidhi with us. Yes, Nidhi, over on to you. Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Now I'm audible?
Yes.
I'm audible.
वंडरफुल चित्रा, इट्स रियली अ ग्रेट शो एंड इतने अच्छे एक्सप्लेन करके आपने एक्सरसाइज बताई है। हम पहले भी एक्सरसाइज करते थे और हमसे नहीं होती थी, लेकिन इतने अच्छे से आपने एक्सप्लेन किए हैं और इतने कंफर्टेबल तरीके से आपने बताया कि शायद ही हमारे व्यूअर्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। एक एक छोटी सी चीज़ मैं और जानना चाहूँगी चित्रा, क्या कुछ ब्रेथिंग एक्सरसाइज हम शेयर कर सकते हैं? जैसे बच्चे इमीडिएट पढ़ने बैठते हैं और उनका कंसंट्रेशन लूज होता है, डिस्ट्रैक्शन होता है, थॉट्स बहुत आते हैं, इधर उधर बहुत माइंड डाइवर्ट होता है, तो हमारे बहुत सारे व्यूअर्स का ये क्वेश्चन है। सो इफ यू कैन टेक सम ब्रीथिंग एक्सरसाइज जो इजीली ऑन द मोमेंट बच्चे कर सकते हैं और जो उनके कंसंट्रेशन को थोड़ा सा इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, सो प्लीज यू
I
कैन।
think immediately before getting into any kind of thing, what you can do is वही जो मैंने भी आपसे कहा भ्रामरी प्राणायाम, क्योंकि ये हमारे नर्वस सिस्टम पे इतना अच्छी तरीके से काम करता है। तो अगर हम किसी भी चीज से पहले भ्रामरी प्राणायाम कर लें, बिकॉज इसकी कोई लिमिटेशन नहीं है, आई थिंक एवरीबडी एंड एनीबडी कैन डू भ्रामरी प्राणायाम। तो वो जो वाइब्रेशंस उस आवाज से क्रिएट होती है, वो हमें कहीं ना कहीं बहुत शांत कर देती है। और अगर कुछ भी नहीं करना है, लेट्स से इफ यू डोंट वांट टू डू ब्राह्मरी, बच्चों को नहीं करना है ब्राह्मरी प्राणायाम, दे कैन डू बेली ब्रीदिंग। सो व्हाट दे कैन डू इज, आई जस्ट शो, दे जस्ट हैव टू टेक देयर हैंड ऑन देयर स्टमक, राइट? आप उसे बैठ के लेट के कैसे भी कर सकते हैं। सो यू नीड टू ब्रीथ इन, व्हेन यू ब्रीथ इन योर टमी गोज आउट, व्हेन यू ब्रीथ आउट योर टमी गोज इन। तो आप एक नॉर्मल ब्रेथ को आप सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि जब मैं सांस ले रही हूँ तो किस तरह से मेरा टमी बाहर आ रहा है, और जब मैं सांस छोड़ रही हूँ तो किस तरह से मेरा टमी अंदर जा रहा है। तो वो ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए आई जस्ट नीड टू कीप माई palm नियर टू माई नेवल एरिया एंड आई एम जस्ट प्लीज इंश्योर दैट यू क्लोज योर आईज एंड यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग योर ब्रेथ। आपकी आंखें जरूर बंद हो और आप अपनी ब्रेथ को ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो। तो ये एक ऐसा चीज है जिससे कि आप तुरंत रिलैक्स हो जाते हैं, काम हो जाते हैं, और आप किसी भी चीज को करने के लिए नाउ यू आर रेडी। तो यू कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन योर ब्रेथ, क्योंकि आप जैसे ही अपनी ब्रेथ पे अपना फोकस लेके जाते हैं, आपकी ब्रेथ ऑटोमेटिकली बहुत काम डाउन हो जाती है, बहुत सटल हो जाती है। तो यू जस्ट हैव टू फोकस ऑन योर बेली ब्रीदिंग। आप सोने से पहले ही कर सकते हैं।
आई टोटली अग्री टू यू। जनरली ये पाया जाता है कि हम जब ब्रीथ करते हैं तो हम बेली ब्रीदिंग तो करते ही नहीं है, हमारी ब्रीदिंग चेस्ट से होती है और इसलिए शोल्डर ऊपर नीचे हो रहे होते हैं, स्टमक के अंदर बाहर की जगह।
एग्जैक्टली।
लोगों को नींद नहीं आती है अगर वो भी इस एक्सरसाइज को करें
Nidhi,
तो।
you're not audible, sorry.
नाउ आई एम ऑडिबल?
Now,
यस।
yes.
नाउ नाउ इट्स ओके। आई एम सेइंग कि अगर जिनको नींद नहीं आती है, अगर सोने से पहले वो ये एक्सरसाइज करें तो आई थिंक उनको ये इससे बहुत बेनिफिट होगा। एंड टीचर्स से मेरा बहुत रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये कुछ एक्सरसाइज ऐसी हैं जो आप जब क्लास लेते हैं, क्लास लेने से पहले अगर 1 मिनट आप इन एक्सरसाइजेस को दे दें, या फिर ये जो ब्रेथिंग एक्सरसाइज अभी चित्रा ने शेयर की है, इट्स वेरी इजी एंड इट्स वेरी यूजफुल। ये एक्सरसाइज अगर हम बच्चों को करा दें तो इमीडिएट उनका कंसंट्रेशन इंप्रूव होगा और इमीडिएट वो क्लासेस में जो है ध्यान देना शुरू कर सकते हैं। और शायद इसमें से बहुत सारी एक्सरसाइजेस है जो अपने बच्चों के साथ आप शेयर कर सकते हैं। वेल अभी अभी तो हम और आगे बहुत सारी इस बारे में बात करने वाले हैं, बट माय मेन पर्पस इज टू बी ऑन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म इज कि दोस्तों में आपके बहुत सारे व्यूज मिल रहे हैं, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस, बहुत सारी क्वेरीज हमें आपकी मिलती हैं। बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब आप बहुत अच्छे अच्छे कमेंट्स करते हैं और आप बताते हैं कि ये सेशंस किस तरह आपको बेनिफिट कर रहे हैं। आपकी इन्हीं बातों से मोटिवेट होकर हम हमेशा कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि कुछ नया आपके लिए लेकर आए। तो अब नेक्स्ट इसके बाद जो हमारा नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे आ रहा है, इस वेडनेसडे में हम आपके लिए एक सेशन लेकर आने वाले हैं जो सबके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, दैट इज साइबर सिक्योरिटी, जिसको लेके सभी बहुत टेंशन में रहते हैं। और बच्चों के लिए स्पेशली, क्योंकि बच्चे जब लैपटॉप यूज करते हैं, क्लास खत्म हो जाती है, क्लास खत्म होने के बाद भी बच्चे स्क्रीन पर ही लगे रहते हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं पता नहीं है। तो पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत वरीड है, टीचर्स के लिए भी एक क्वेश्चन बन जाता है, और हमें नहीं पता कि कब तक हमारी एजुकेशन, हमारी क्लासेस ऑनलाइन चलती रहेंगी, ये सिस्टम कब तक हमें रन करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन सिक्योरिटी हमें अभी से लेनी पड़ेगी। तो साइबर सिक्योरिटी को लेकर हम बहुत जल्दी आपके लिए सेशन लेकर आने वाले हैं, सो प्लीज बी विद अस। एंड एक और रिक्वेस्ट मेरी है आपसे, आई नो कि ये सेशन आपको बहुत पसंद आते हैं, आपके लिए बहुत यूजफुल हैं और आप इनको सबके साथ शेयर भी करते हैं, बट आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल कि जब हम आपके साथ पोस्ट का लिंक शेयर करते हैं, रजिस्ट्रेशन लिंक शेयर करते हैं, तो प्लीज़ वो अपने साथ जुड़े सभी लोगों के साथ शेयर करिए, पेरेंट्स के साथ शेयर करिए, क्योंकि अब जो हम लगातार 2 से 3 सेशंस ऐसे होंगे जो मोस्टली पेरेंट्स के लिए, टीचर्स के लिए और स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कंबाइंड होंगे, जिसमें सभी के लिए बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होगी। तो आई वुड हैव टू योर लव एंड योर सपोर्ट विद अस, बिकॉज आपके सपोर्ट की वजह से हम यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं, तो और आगे तक भी हम आपके सपोर्ट से ही पहुँच सकते हैं। सो आई वुड लाइक टू इन्वाइट यू टू बी अवर एक्टिव हैंड, बिकॉज आप हमें मोटिवेट तो करते ही हैं, आप थोड़ा सा हमें एक्टिव भी कर दें। एंड प्लीज शेयर विद ऑल, जितने लोगों के साथ, जिसके भी साथ हम शेयर कर सकते हैं, जितने ग्रुप्स में हम शेयर कर सकते हैं, प्लीज शेयर द रजिस्ट्रेशन लिंक्स ऑफ अपकमिंग इवेंट्स, ताकि सभी लोगों को इसका बेनिफिट पहुंच पाए। और ये सेशंस बहुत जल्दी हम अपने YouTube चैनल्स पे भी डालने वाले हैं, और ताकि जो आप यहाँ मिस कर देते हैं, नहीं देख पाते हैं, या ये लिंक आप शेयर नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो आप YouTube लिंक उनके साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं। एंड विद इन अ वीक सारे सेशंस आपके YouTube पर आ जाएंगे, तो वहाँ से आप उनको फिर से देख सकते हैं और शेयर कर सकते हैं, उनके लिंक्स शेयर कर सकते हैं, अपनी लर्निंग्स फिर से आप ब्रश अप कर सकते हैं। सो ऑल द बेस्ट, लर्निंग इज कंटिन्यू, एंड Richa is a wonderful job and you are going very good. And Chitra, hats off you. Really, मैंने ऐसा योगा और इतना इतना एक्सप्लेन करके मैंने आज तक नहीं देखा है। चीजें कितना सिंपल हो सकती है, कितना इजी हो सकती है, वरना योगा के नाम से हमें डर लगने लगता है, हम कहते हैं योगा तो नहीं होगा लेकिन आपको सुनने के बाद हम कह सकते हैं योगा तो जरूर होगा। So thanks to accept our invitation and हमारे viewers से मिलने के लिए। And Richa, please continue. Now I am going off.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. I think this is now the time to thank Chitra. और जो आपने बताया, और मुझे जो स्पेसिफिक चीजें जो मैंने बहुत पिक की और जो मुझे लगता है कि हर टीचर को करना चाहिए, वो ये स्टूडेंट्स के साथ क्लास के बीच में वो जो 20 मिनट के बाद 30 सेकेंड्स का त्राटक भी अगर वो करा देते हैं बच्चों को, आईज के लिए अच्छा है, फोकस के लिए अच्छा है, कंसंट्रेशन के लिए अच्छा है, एवरीबडी इज बैक इनटू द सेशन, एनर्जी रेज हो जाती है। So overall, and if the session can open up with some such mudra या exercise योगाभ्यास and can end also, क्योंकि हम खोलते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, and then we need to close it also well. तो अगर ये 3 जगह पे शुरुआत में, बीच में और अंत में टीचर्स अपने बच्चों से ये करवाती हैं, and I think teachers can also ensure कि बच्चे ऑन वीडियो हो as much as possible until less bandwidth की बहुत चैलेंज हो, क्योंकि जब बच्चे ऑन वीडियो रहते हैं तो उनका ध्यान रहता है, उनको पता होता है कि उनके ऊपर नजर रखी जा रही है अदरवाइज वो बैक एंड में क्या कर रहे हैं, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मॉनिटर, राइट। सो जो आपने बताया है चित्रा, दे आर वेरी इजी एंड दे आर वेरी यूजफुल। और मैं बीच बीच में फेसबुक पे जो हमारे कमेंट्स आ रहे थे मैं वो भी पढ़ रही थी, एंड आई एम सो थैंकफुल टू व्यूअर्स कि वो पकड़ पा रहे थे इतनी अच्छे से और समझ पा रहे थे, एंड देन दे वर क्वाइट मोटिवेटेड, एनर्जेटिक। मुझे लगा वो सब वाकई यूज करने वाले हैं, सो आई फील सो गुड अबाउट इट। Thank you so much for coming on the show and explaining things so well. Viewers, please do not forget the feedback form. मैं बार बार बोलती हूँ क्योंकि हमारे पास ये रिक्वेस्ट आता रहता है कि मैंने तो हर बार देखा है सेशन पर, हमें सर्टिफिकेट कभी नहीं मिला। Until we have your feedback form, हमारे पास आपका कोई डेटा नहीं होता, हम कहाँ भेजेंगे सर्टिफिकेट। So please do not forget to fill the feedback form, and do not also forget to write कि आपको कैसा लगा और इसके आगे आपकी हमसे क्या अपेक्षाएं हैं, क्या उम्मीदें हैं। क्योंकि जब हमें समझ में आता है कि आप किन मुद्दों पर चाहते हैं कि हम बात करें, तो फिर हम वैसे एक्सपर्ट्स ढूंढ पाते हैं, हमें भी एक डायरेक्शन मिलता है और फिर हम उनको इनवाइट कर पाते हैं शो पे आपके लिए। So this is a composite holistic process. अकेले मैं, अकेली चित्रा, अकेले आप, कोई अकेले कुछ नहीं कर सकता है। आपका भी सहयोग हमें उतना ही चाहिए जितना कि हम यहाँ पर कुछ भी कर रहे होते हैं। Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Chitra, and we take the day off.
Thank you, Richa. You were a wonderful host. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
चित्रा, आप कुछ भी ऐड करना चाहते हो?
Nothing. I just want people to just pick up few things, but do it on daily basis. कुछ भी, कोई एक चीज करो पर daily करो. Get into some kind of a practice.
Persistency. Correct. Wonderful. So please adhere to this. आप सब कुछ मत कीजिए, 1 घंटा देने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप 10 मिनट दीजिए, पर अपने आप को उस 10 मिनट में बिल्कुल ईमानदारी से उस काम में लग जाइए। वो 10 मिनट आपकी ईमानदारी के अपने लिए होने चाहिए। With that, signing off. for the day. Thank you. See you all next Wednesday once again.